Here are 5 things that you must implement immediately if you want to build a personal brand that makes you recession proof as a developer. Number 3 is the game changer that most engineers completely ignore, and is the reason why some developers are thriving while others are struggling to find work. This isn't about posting more on social media or writing generic tech blogs. There are strategic moves that position you as an authority and attract high-paying opportunities. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what separates successful developers from the thousands of invisible programmers fighting for scraps. Hello, friends. I'm Eric Baykes, and as someone who transitioned from being a DevOps engineer and a cloud architect to building my own conscious business, I've discovered exactly what's holding smart developers back from building their personal brands. These 5 barriers aren't just theory. They are specific roadblocks I lived through personally and now see every day with tech professionals who come to me feeling stuck, knowing they are capable of more, but not knowing how to break through. If you want to build your own meaningful business or make bigger impact, but need a structured, logical approach, this breakdown is specifically designed for you. The first thing holding smart developers back is trying to be everything to everyone. You are posting about React one day, blockchain the next, maybe some DevOps content thrown in, and wondering why nobody sees you as an expert in anything. I used to do this myself when I was working as a cloud architect. Showcasing my broad knowledge would make me more valuable. But here's what I learned the hard way. According to Hinge research, specialists earn up to 3 times more than generalists. Yet most developers keep casting the widest net possible, hoping something sticks. We assume being a generalist keeps more doors open, but this is not necessarily true. We fear that specialization will limit our opportunities. However, the market rewards specialists, not generalists. When a company needs to address its performance issue, it doesn't hire the developer who knows little about everything. They hire the performance optimization expert who lives and breathes core web vitals. So, how do we solve this problem? The T-shaped developer concept became my career lifeline when I fully understood it. You maintain broad knowledge across technologies as this becomes your horizontal bar. But when you develop deep expertise in one specific area, that becomes your signature. That's your vertical line. Studies show that experts with a defined niche, such as performance optimization, command higher rates and are 40% more in demand. Think about it this way. In my coaching practice, I don't try to help everyone with everything. I specifically help tech professionals who want to start meaningful businesses. That clarity attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. Consider a performance optimization expert who saved clients $2.3 million in server costs in a single year. He owns this specific problem space completely. When you own a specific problem space, companies and clients seek you out instead of you chasing opportunities. Your action step is to choose your niche based on 3 criteria: what you are genuinely passionate about, what the market needs, and what you can become genuinely excellent at. The intersection of these 3 is your sweet spot. The second barrier keeping you invincible is what I call the silent expertise syndrome. You spend hours debugging a tricky React state issue, finally crack it, and move on to the next problem. The breakthrough moment, gone forever, locked away in your personal experience. This was me for years. I was solving complex infrastructure problems, architecting cloud solutions, but keeping all that knowledge to myself. Meanwhile, other developers were building massive following by simply sharing their learning journey. Research shows that sharing real-time content challenges drive 60% more engagement than polished case studies. Yet most developers keep their learning process completely private. We are taught that our code should speak for itself. We need to be perfect before we can teach others. There is also this fear that sharing our knowledge gives away our competitive advantage. But here is the truth that changed everything for me. Vulnerability builds authority because it proves you are human and relatable. The solution is document your journey publicly. The learning public strategy transforms your daily struggles into content. When people watch you grow and overcome challenges, they trust your expertise more than someone who only shares polished final results. So this is how you approach this. Share your debugging sessions as Twitter threads. Host your field experiments with honest explanations of what went wrong. Turn those aha moments into LinkedIn posts that resonate with thousands of developers facing similar challenges. When I was transitioning from tech to entrepreneurship, I documented every struggle, every limiting belief, and every breakthrough. The vulnerability connected me with thousands of people going through the same journey. As I speak with you now, I can say this video is part of the brand building strategy. Visual experts share code walkthroughs that boost their visibility by 30% according to Hinge research. Focus on two powerful formats: project logs that reveal your decision-making process, and problem-solving walkthroughs that teach others while establishing your expertise. The action step to take this week: document one challenge you are currently facing. Share the problem, your thought process, and whatever solution you discover, even if it's incomplete. If you are finding value in this breakdown, hit the like button and let me know in the comment section. What is the biggest technical challenge you solved recently that you kept to yourself? I turn the best and most popular comments into future content. Here is barrier number 3. The game changer that most engineers completely ignore. They think their code should speak for itself, but in reality, your ability to teach others is what separates you from the thousands of invisible programmers fighting for scraps. You've probably seen developers with average technical skills land amazing opportunities, while skilled programmers stay stuck in dead-end roles. The difference isn't coding ability, it's teaching ability. Visible experts teach through content and see a 2 times higher referral rate than those who stay silent. 70% of top experts blog on a firm's website, while 55% maintain LinkedIn articles monthly. Many developers are perfectionists. We wait until we feel qualified enough to teach. We think we need to be the absolute best before we can help others. This is what kept me stuck for years in my corporate roles. The mindset shift you need to cultivate is: you don't need to be the world's expert to help someone who is 2 steps behind you. Sometimes being closer to the learning curve makes you a better teacher because you remember what it was like to struggle with those concepts. Here is the content framework I use. Solve one specific problem per piece of content. Use real examples from your actual work. Always include the why behind the how. Don't just show someone how to optimize a database query. Explain why this approach works better than alternatives and when to use it. This connects to what I share with my clients. It's not about being perfect. It's about being of service. When you help others solve problems, you become the person they remember when bigger opportunities arise. Focus your efforts strategically. For example, choose LinkedIn articles as your primary channel for technical deep dives that showcase your expertise, and GitHub code walkthroughs as your secondary channel for practical demonstrations. Educational content positions you as the go-to expert in your niche while building a library of expertise that work for you around the clock. This is how consulting opportunities find you instead of you chasing them. Your content becomes your sales team, working to establish your credibility even while you sleep. This is exactly how I am building my coaching practice and conscious business, by consistently sharing valuable insights about the intersection of technology and personal development with a twist of spirituality and consciousness. So, your action step is to create your first educational post this week. Pick one concept you understand well and explain it as if you were teaching it to yourself from 6 months ago. Barrier number 4 is the technical only trap. Technical skills might get you noticed, but personal connection is what gets you hired. Yet most developers treat networking like a necessary evil instead of a relationship building opportunity. You send LinkedIn connection requests with generic messages. You attend meetups but stick to technical discussions. You miss the human element that actually drives hiring decisions. Studies found that 65% of buyers hire experts they've met at conferences or online communities. Recruiters and hiring managers frequently rely on their existing networks and personal recommendations to identify candidates. Visible experts reported their trusted relationships led to 50% more inbound opportunities. This isn't about collecting connections. It's about building genuine professional relationships that create lasting value for both sides. This is how you can practice this. Engage consistently in professional communities like InfoQ or industry-specific forums. Add thoughtful insights to discussions rather than just promoting yourself. When you meet someone at a conference or connect online, follow up with genuine value. Share a relevant article, make a useful introduction, or offer specific help based on their challenges. In my coaching, I teach what I call authentic authority, being genuinely helpful while staying true to who you are. You don't need to become a different person to build relationships. You need to become more of who you already are. Share your struggles and growth, not just your successes. When I started talking about my transition from corporate tech to entrepreneurship, including the fears and limiting beliefs I faced, it created deeper connections than any technical tutorial ever did. This week, reach out to 3 people in your network with genuine value. Don't ask for anything. Just offer something helpful based on what you know about their current challenges. And the final barrier, which is comfort zone stagnation. While many developers are paralyzed by uncertainty about the future, the smartest ones are positioning themselves around emerging strategies that deliver greatest long-term ROI. You can either be the developer who stays invincible or become the one who becomes indispensable by mastering forward-thinking positioning strategies. This hits close to home for me. When I was working as a cloud architect, I was comfortable. I knew my role. I was good at it, but I felt this deep knowing that I was meant for more. That spiritual awakening I always talk about, helping people to solve their problems through mentorship and coaching. It forced me to confront this exact barrier. I had to ask myself so many times, am I going to stay in this comfort zone because of the attractive salary, or I'm going to step out into the unknown and build something meaningful? Something that will bring me freedom, comfort, and most importantly, inner peace. Companies need guides who understand both current best practices and emerging trends. The choice you make in the next 6 months will determine which path you are on. The forward positioning strategy. Here is your action plan I've tested both personally and with my coaching clients. Number 1, start experimenting with advanced content strategy. That is, share your real experience with technical writing. Document your journey with conference speaking. Show your process of community building. Number 2, document the wins and the failures. Write about positioning challenges you are facing in real projects. Be honest about what's working and what isn't. This transparency builds trust faster than perfection ever will. Connect everything back to business value. Don't just say modern branding is important. Show how it increased your visibility by 30%. Demonstrate how it helped you land better opportunities faster. Test new positioning strategies inside projects first. This is what I did when I started creating content about consciousness and business. I didn't quit my day job immediately. I tested the waters. I was posting my e-commerce and digital marketing journey on social media platforms. Continuous learning through platforms like Free Code Camp keeps you ahead of developers who stick to outdated approaches. When you are known as the developer who understands both current best practices and future trends, you become the consultant companies call when they need to modernize. This connects directly to what I teach about conscious business. You have to be willing to evolve. The same industry disruption that is creating uncertainty for some is creating unprecedented opportunities for those bold enough to build their personal brand. It is all about perspectives. So let me give you the action step again. Choose one emerging trend in your field and commit to learning it publicly for the next 30 days. Share your learning journey, including the struggles and breakthroughs. Now that you know all the 5 barriers, here's why most developers still fail even when they understand these concepts. They try to tackle everything at once instead of building one foundation at a time. When I first discovered these principles, I made the exact mistake. I tried to choose my niche, start creating content, build relationships, and position myself as forward thinking all the same time. It was overwhelming and I almost gave up entirely, but I don't give up easily. So I created a systematic 30-day approach. Week 1, choose your niche. Week 2, document your journey publicly. Week 3, create your first educational content. Week 4, begin building genuine relationships. This systematic approach prevents the overwhelm that kills most personal branding efforts. Research shows that daily content habits drive sustained brand growth more than sporadic posting. If you want the complete blueprint for tackling each barrier without the overwhelm, I've created a comprehensive personal branding blueprint for developers that breaks down each step with templates, checklists, and real examples. You can grab it using the link in the description below. It's completely free and it will save you months of trial and error. Imagine this. Companies reach out directly instead of you applying endlessly. Consulting opportunities appear in your inbox. Speaking invitations arrive regularly. This isn't fantasy. This is what happens when you consistently apply these strategies week by week, not when you try to implement everything overnight. Our study shows 70% of experts cite visibility as more impactful than raw coding skills for landing top roles. You can write perfect code in isolation, but that won't build the relationship that lead to opportunities. So this is your immediate action plan. Create a simple content calendar for the next month. Choose one platform to focus on initially, preferably LinkedIn. Set aside 30 minutes daily for content creation or community engagement. Start publishing a 300-word LinkedIn article about a recent project challenge you solved. Just talk about anything related to your work and sometimes even about general stuff, just to show your human connection side. The market rewards action, not intention. Your willingness to be visible will determine everything that follows. Now, I know some of you are watching this and thinking, this makes sense, but I'm still stuck in that overthinking mode. It's normal. Our brains are wired that way. But if you desperately need a structured, logical approach to bridge your technical skills with building something meaningful, I want to offer you something. I am offering a limited number of 1-hour breakthrough sessions where we will map out exactly how to move from where you are now to building the meaningful business or personal brand you know you are capable of. It's a genuine strategy sessions where I will help you identify your specific barriers and create a clear action plan. The link to book is in the description below. Now you have the 5 strategic moves that separate successful developer brands from those invisible programmers fighting for scraps. But knowing these barriers and actually implementing the solutions systematically are completely different challenges. So let me emphasize on the important aspects of this video with respect to commitment. Start by choosing your niche. 2. Share one valuable insight this week to begin your visible expert journey. 3. Pick one strategy and test it over the next week. Remember, the same industry disruption that is creating uncertainty for some is creating unprecedented opportunities for those bold enough to build their personal brand. You have everything you need to be one of them. Delays are dangerous, so act now. With AI revolution and machine learning in the mix, playing the victim mentality will only get you left behind. Before you go, I would like to hear from you in the comment section. Which of these 5 barriers resonate most with your current situation? And please let me know if you want a video on how to choose your authority niche. And if you found this valuable, please share it with another developer who might benefit from this roadmap. Don't forget to grab your free personal branding blueprint using the link below. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Namaste.